What's up, world? Randy Savage 50 here, back with another clip, and we're headed to the range, hence the wooded areas we're now going into. And I say we because I got my brother here with me. Shout out to the brother.
What up with it?
He does have a YouTube channel. Go find him. It's Tread On Me 1000. So he used to have a motorcycle, so he would drive a lot before he broke his freaking neck, gave it up. Is that true?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. So today's time out in the range is going to be split between a few things. But I'm trying not to crash here. One of the things is going to be a conversation on open carry versus concealed carry. So I got a guy here with me. Maybe he'll chime in. What do you think about open carry versus concealed carry? What do you do? Tell the world.
Never open carry, ever. You're going to be the prey. I'm sorry, you're going to be the target for the enemy. It's an object of surprise. Make sure you conceal carry at all times. Even if you decide you want to open carry, don't do it. They're going to get you first.
Are you open carrying or concealed carrying today?
Oh, right now I'm open carrying. However, I put my jacket over it. I'm only open carrying.
So you're hypocrite.
Outside.
You're hypocritical.
No. I'm only open carrying to shoot at the range. Right when we're done shooting at the range, I'm gonna put my hoodie back over it. But 99% of the time, I conceal carry appendix. Appendix is the way to go.
Well, tell the world that. They may not know what that is. What's the pros and cons of appendix or whatever you're talking about there?
You got the pros because not most times, but a majority of the times, the predator is going to come up from behind you or to the side of you. Then your field of motion is going to be restricted because you can't reach for a gun that's on your side or on the back of you when there's someone there trying to do something for you. Because one, they're going to see the gun, or two, they're going to stop you. Most times when your hands up and stuff and somebody's on the back of you or your side of you, all you got to do if you're reaching for your keys or your wallet, you just go appendix carry and there you go. They don't know you. They think you're reaching for keys or a wallet or something. So appendix is the way to go. Just got to practice it and don't shoot your balls off.
Well, I guess you heard it there. Well, what's the cons to it then? What do you think the cons may be?
The size of the weapon that you conceal. Appendix carry is very uncomfortable, especially when you're sitting down or if you're driving for long stretches.
Depending on your holster.
Depending on the holster, of course. I usually go with a Kydex. Sometimes I go for the Crossbeat holster, leather holster as well. But depending, it can be uncomfortable, and so you can't carry. Me personally, I don't appendix carry a Glock 19. It's too big for me. It's just completely uncomfortable. It just pokes me down there in the region. It's just uncomfortable. That's the only con that I have. All the rest of them are pros. Object of surprise, and it's just
Cool. All right, so we'll be at the range shortly, and I'll kind of follow with that, kind of reiterate some of that with my point of view, as well as do some shooting from the open carry position as well as the concealed carry position to kind of show you the differences. So
today I got a Serpa holster carrying it at 3 o'clock. You should get invested in that.
He's right-handed. He's right-handed, so 3 o'clock for him. He's right-handed, so 3 o'clock for him.
You're gonna do a lot of training, invest in a Serpa holster, practice that withdrawal from the retention, and getting the finger on the trigger right when you pull out the holster. Because once you get into a situation, whether you're at 3 o'clock, appendix, wherever, you're not just gonna have the gun in your hand. So practice that.
And you can listen to me or him, and I will say, don't go Serpa, because the Serpa, when you're taking out the holster using that trigger finger, you're mashing that button, and that's instilling in your mind, okay, I gotta press the button to do this. And now you're trying to still press the button as this weapon's pulling out the holster, may lead to a negligent discharge.
But however, if you have finger discipline, then you won't have that issue. However, also, if somebody's trying to steal a weapon from you, something like that, you don't have great situational awareness, and you don't have a retention holster, your gun's gone.
Or you can also look at my Glock 19 outside the waistband holster on my battle belt. It's like the ALS, SLS system on it. So get the one without the hood, but get the one with the retention button or switch, whatever, kind of closer to your belt, not on the outside where somebody coming up knowing, oh, all I gotta do is press this button on the outside, and I'm sure this defeats the mechanism to retain his weapon in his mind. But retention holster, whatever way it is the way to go, opposed to having one somebody just yank out. I think we can agree on that. So agreed. So I'll follow up soon. We'll get to the range and we'll get it rolling further. What's up, world? Randy Savage 50 back. So we were driving, talking about the open carry versus concealed carry, and I promise you all we'll go to the range, and we're here. Feast your eyes on it again. So what do I choose? Do I choose open carry or do I choose concealed carry? So my choice, I usually run just like my brother says, is I conceal carry because I like the element of surprise. I like the appendix position due to, like he was saying as well, it being right here in front of me. I don't have to worry about reaching all the way back and just doing that type of movement. I could just, if I'm pushing the cart, I just reach down. First thing, obviously, defeat your shirt, lift your shirt up, grab your weapon, unholster it, and boom. So this will be the first time in a while that I've been shooting my Smith & Wesson 40C, M&P 40C. I actually just got 2 new holsters, well they're old, but 2 holsters, magazines at the pawn shop. So I decided to test them out today. So they're gonna be first runs on these new used magazines that I just recently acquired. Caveat to this video, yes, we're talking about what we like to do, what we want to do, but remember, always look at your state, your local laws to make sure that you can open and conceal carry legally in your area. So make sure you look those things up before you come out here or out wherever doing whatever. Make sure you look at laws in the other states that are around yours. Make sure your state is a reciprocal state to the states around yours, so you're not getting any kind of legal battle, legal issue if something were to happen, right? So you don't want to go to sent off to jail or get a ticket and your weapon seized due to you not following the law. So I'm a big fan of doing the right thing, so that's what I like to do. So let's get on with this video. So first off, I'm going to talk about open carry. So as you see, I have my Glock 19 here in a nice open carry holster. Now my brother here was talking about that Serpa holster. The Serpa holster has this button here that you mash to get the weapon out. As you see, mine doesn't have that. Mine does have a form of retention, but my form of retention is this button. Press the button to get it out. So I like the button, like I said in the earlier part of this video, where it's closer to my belt line, where I'm the only one that can see it unless you know what to look for. You can't just come up and press it and take my weapon. I'm more comfortable with the natural motion also of pressing my thumb down as I get it. So yes, it's natural to use your trigger finger to press that button, yes, but me, I'd rather just press the button down with my thumb, see? So this is the holster that I choose to use. It's a decent one. In my mind, it's a Orpaz, O-R-P-A-Z. Got it from eBay. I don't know what everybody else thinks about it, but I like it. Like I said, I don't use it much, but I do like it from what I've used.
And viewers, let me just also say that it is like 30 degrees out here.
That's
so if you
cold.
see any shaking, just attribute that to the cold. I don't use gloves because in any situation, like even in the summertime, you know, you can't wear gloves. So I try to practice with no gloves through all seasons, just because of that reason right there.
Right. So some of the pros to conceal carry, clearly you can't see that I have a weapon on me, especially with the appendix carry. One of the problems when you conceal carry, let's pretend this was in a holster inside the waistband, right? And if I were bending over, you'd see the see the grip area of the weapon, so you'll see the printing. And that's the problem with carrying at the, let's say, 8 o'clock or 3 or 4 o'clock, depending on your handiness. So
And viewers, I said butt stop. You see your butt? Get it?
butt stop, knee slapper. So that was one of the cons for me for open carrying or conceal carrying, but I was positioned back here. So I choose appendix because it's right here, especially with a smaller weapon. There's not much printing, or when you're bending over or reaching, you can't really see much. You can see a little bit of this clip, but that's it. So I like that. I like that in comparison to carrying it back there. What more can I say about appendix carry?
Nothing really.
We hit the topic. So let's talk about shooting. Let's do it. So first and foremost, get rid of that shirt. Oh, also, cold weather like this is a plus. I love it. You can probably have this outside the waistband holster with a jacket on. Nobody can tell you have it, but it's cold. Got it in here. Got this jacket. You'll never know that I have a weapon on me. So let's see how I do with this. Let's see if the magazine works.
And I love the metal targets. Oh, we got a malfunction here. Jam. I love the metal targets because you have a positive, reinforcement. It lets you know if you hit the actual target versus those paper targets. You can't hear or see anything. Well, you can see it, but you can't hear anything.
Right.
Uh-oh. Do we attribute that to the magazine?
Oh, well, I don't know. Let's see.
Do one,
Probably
two,
limp
right,
wristing
left.
it. Probably limp wristing it. I'm gonna blame myself
Do
on
right
that
and
one.
left. 1, 2.
Huh?
Right, then left. 1, 2.
I'm trying to. I got another magazine. Hold on.
No
Talk to him.
malfunction, though. Here we go. Serpa holster, Glock 19. It's a little high. I got it now. Got to aim a little below the actual metal target. Okay.
I was hearing some misses there.
A few.
Come on close to that ball.
Trigger discipline. You see?
You see it. Pretty good shots. We're probably at what?
About 5 yards. A little over 5.
For about 7 yards or so. 7 or 8 yards. So pretty good distance, especially for like home defense, self-defense. So let's try this again. I got my other magazine in here, the other one I bought. So let's see this again from a holster, but one-handed. Mag change. Good. Oh, it went. That's good. I attribute it to not shooting that weapon. That's why I'm kind of. But it's all right. Now the outside of the waistband choice, my Glock 19 Gen 4.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. Put this holster on. It's sitting there snug. So like I said, I like it where I can use my thumb to defeat the retention and get the weapon out. He has it where he's gonna press the button. That's what he does. So it's easy for him, but in my mind, do it again. When he's doing it, I'm just afraid that since, especially when you're in a situation where you're trying to defend your life, you're all frantic, adrenaline's up, you put that finger on that button to press it, and your finger's trying to get in that trigger guard right before you're trying to get it out or right as you're lifting it. Have you had a problem with that?
However, the idea is trigger discipline. Do a lot of dry firing practice, and with that dry firing practice is holstering, unholstering, holstering, unholstering over and over again. So my thing is, right when I come on it, boom, I keep my hand on the rail right here. I don't put my finger on the actual trigger. I practice that quite extensively. Uh-oh, that hood, you gotta watch it. But, take it out, slide it, and then boom. Once when it comes out, it's automatically here. Get it on target, and then put it. You see that? You see it. So with the dry fire, I can practice trigger discipline.
Great advice, bro. Great advice. So I've loaded it up to what, like 4 or 5? Because we have an issue with ammo these days. So I'm not trying to exhaust my ammo much. So it's more to show you all the difference between open carry and concealed carry. Why some will want to open and some want to conceal. Oh, also open carry. This is a big one I was thinking of when I was in the shower today. I don't like to open carry because mainly I'm already 6'2", 260 pounds of steel, right? And having a big old Glock 19 or a big old Glock 22, 1911 on my hip is gonna bring even more attention to myself. And me, I don't like people looking at me. People already know me in my city and they call out my name all the time, and I just don't like that. So if I have a big old weapon on my hip, that's gonna be even more unnecessary attention to myself, and I just would rather not have that. So what do you think about that part?
I agree completely. It's the object of surprise. You want to make sure that the predators that are out there doesn't make you an easy target. And if they see it, like I mentioned earlier, if they see it, they're going to come after you first. When people go to rob banks and stuff like that, we don't condone, you know, criminal activity or whatever, but when people go to rob banks and stuff, who do they go for first? The armed security first. Why? Because they know they have the guns and they're the easy target first, and the ones that are going to come hunt them back if they don't hunt them first.
Yeah, let's also think about too, sitting in your vehicle. Like, you open carrying a weapon, you gotta worry about wear and tear on your seat. It feels a little bit different getting in your car, especially with your right-handers. You're buckling your seatbelt on this side where the weapon is, so it's kind of awkward to retrieve it unless you practice, you know, pressing up on, you know, the floorboard, getting yourself room to grab it out or whatnot. So just different.
Me personally, I don't actually conceal mine in the car on my body, on my person. I have an under the steering wheel holster. It's universal for all vehicles. Check them out. It's Gum Creek Holsters. They make universal under the steering wheel holsters. You can put the gun in there. It's retention on it. It also has, they have the versions where you can put the magazines in there as well. So Gum Creek Holsters, G-U-M, gum, like chewing gum.
Cool deal. So I think that's all we have right now for open versus concealed carry. If I missed the point, sorry. We got a lot of stuff to cover here today with training and practice and having some fun. So I try to get this knocked out the way first.
And it is cold.
It is a little nippy as well. So I hope I hit all the points. Hope you all have a great weekend. Randy Savage 50 checking out.
Tread on Me 1000. I'm gonna have some videos coming. I was primarily posting motorcycle videos, but I'm gonna have some gun videos coming now. Yeah.
All right, y'all take it easy.